actually working on his brief for taking this all the way to the Supreme Court. So this was what he was going to do. This was going to get intelligent design all the way to the Supreme Court where it was going to get approved. And what happened was 8 of the school board members were up for election at the same time this trial was going on. And 8 members, and they were all pro-intelligent design, and then 8 members of the community were Dover Cares who were opposed to intelligent design in the classroom ran as well. And what happened was at that November election, 4 days after the trial was over, the Dover Cares candidates swept and kicked out all the school, throughout the school board. Now Mary Callahan, Fred Callahan's wife, said she found the irony delicious because the revolution and evolution was thwarted by the democratic process. Now, of course, this isn't over. Now, I'll tell you, that's probably Photoshop. That's Photoshop, because I've seen the one with he's holding a lamb, Jesus is holding a lamb, so, okay. But 4 years ago, near the conclusion of the trial, Eric Rothschild foreshadowed what is now essentially Creationism 3.0 when he asked in court, will we be back in a couple of years for the sudden appearance trial? And Judge Jones said, not on my docket. And which brings us to Texas, because Texas is where the next big fight is. And intelligent design was pretty much smacked down. Because it was so well smacked down, I don't think we're going to see anybody bringing up intelligent design again. But what we're seeing is raising doubts, questioning the validity of evolutionary theory. I think that's what's going on here. And they've just passed in their new science textbook standards language that would raise doubt about evolution, including sudden appearance issues and in the Cambrian period. Let's see, where are we at that? And of course, President Don McElroy, the president of the school board at the time, Don McElroy, said after he, at one point during the discussions, was somebody needs to stand up to the experts. Now, this stuff is, let's see what's next. So, what's going on here? Why are people so terrified? Oh, and by the way, I will tell you, in light of what's happening in Texas, Eugenie Scott of the National Center for Science Education said, creationists are proof of evolution, because they are always evolving their message. Now, what's going on here? What is this terrible fear of evolution? Why does it seem to be one of the flashpoints in these whole culture wars right now? And are you familiar with chick tracts? You guys have to be familiar with chick tracts. These are okay. These are the Cadillacs of those pamphlets that go around on this. These are the best ones, you know. But if you'll notice, this is what it comes down to. They have to pray for their teacher, because if you believe in evolution instead of Jesus, you will end up in hell. It's that simple. And so if you truly believe that, and I keep coming back to that, if you honestly believe that nothing else really is going to matter, not the First Amendment, not scientific truth, all that matters is that you will be rejoiced with the people you love most in this world. So, this is, by the way, this is yours, isn't it? Well, it's just over the border in Kentucky. This is the Answers in Genesis Creation Museum. And after the trial, I had to take some time off, and I was so obsessed with this issue, I couldn't let it go. I spent 2 weeks driving around the country visiting creationism museums. Here. And they use that to illustrate the fact that in the Garden of Eden there were dinosaurs. And the dinosaurs, yes, and they had a saddle. I mean, you could. I don't think they're saying that they rode them, but they're saying you could have. And they were also all vegetarians because, of course, you know, there was no death. So you can't have carnivores in the Garden of Eden. Another interesting thing is you can't have snake venom. And so the snakes there were no poisonous snakes in the Garden of Eden. By the way, and Kevin Padian, one of the science experts for the Dover trial, said for these people, Flintstones is a documentary. And there's so many funny stories. I could stand here all night and tell funny stories about what I saw in these creationist museums. But here's one. This is a place in Pensacola, and this is Dr. Dino. Are you guys familiar with him at all? Okay, yeah. He's in jail right now for tax fraud. I think God said not to pay taxes. He doesn't have to. He only pays. It's a higher power. I guess he's not familiar with render under Caesar. What is Caesar's? I guess he missed that one. But